The Great Arcanum. Conquering the Serpent Within. The following video is mostly the opinion and research done by GnosticTeachings.org. Edged in stone above the entrance of the famous Oracle of Delphi reads, "Know thyself, and thou shalt know all the mysteries of the gods and of the universe." In the mystical tradition of Judaism, the science of the tree of life is called the Kabbalah. This wisdom is universal and is found in every great religious tradition. The science of the tree of life is a map of the universe and of the human soul. The tree of life is an ancient symbol that is universal in meaning and is found in all the cultures that have held esoteric knowledge. Just as the tree of life maps the macrocosmos, the expansive universe, it also maps the microcosmos, man the reflection of the universe. The tree of life symbolizes the structure of the soul and the structure of creation. Its roots are in the highest realms, and its branches and leaves are all the worlds and the many beings that exist. This tree gives us the fruit of life, sustenance and wisdom. Possessing an illuminated tree of life within means that one's inner senses are fully open and active, providing a direct relationship with God. Knowledge in Greek is gnosis, and in Hebrew is da'at. Da'at is the hidden sphere found in the Kabbalah, which traditionally is never spoken or revealed. Da'at, or gnosis, is the science of the Great Arcanum, that secret knowledge that has been hidden from humanity for ages. However, close examination of the use of the word knowledge in the Bible gives strong indications of the nature of da'at, or gnosis, and so it seems that knowledge in the Bible relates to sexuality. Hence, the tree of knowledge, da'at, gnosis, is a direct reference to sexuality. So what is the purpose of this reference to sex and its role in the fate of Adam and Eve? The caduceus. When humanity was physically separated into two sexes, man and woman still carry the reflection of their creator. Within every male still exists a female aspect, and within every woman exists a male aspect. In this meaning, Adam and Eve symbolize the energetic physiology of the individual. Adam and Eve as polarized energy are represented in the ancient symbol of the caduceus, associated to the Greek god Hermes. The symbol of the caduceus is visible in many ancient cultures from around the world. The two serpents symbolize the masculine and feminine energy channels that wind up the spinal column. They are energetic, not physical. Their root is yesod, the foundation, the sexual organs, and they are fed by sexual energy. The two serpents wind up the spinal column of the physical body. The spine is often symbolized by a staff or a rod. The spine is the staff of the master and the central column of the human temple. The spine has 33 vertebrae, symbolized by the life of Jesus and by the 33 degrees of the Freemasons. On either side of this rod, the spinal column, are two serpents. Pingala is the masculine aspect, Adam, solar. Ida is the feminine aspect, Eve, lunar. Man is the active force, the reflection of God the Father. Woman is the receptive force, the reflection of God, the Mother. And sex is the force that brings them together. These are the three forces that give rise to all of creation, and this is the foundation of the universal symbol of the Trinity. The Trinity is a unity of three that express as one. But in order to create, this one divides itself in two, male and female. This is the mystery of the Holy Spirit, the fire of God. Symbolized in India as Shiva and Shakti, the creative and destructive power of God. The force that powers all of creation on all levels of existence is sexual energy. Sexual energy is symbolized by fire, by water and light. The sexual fire is the power of creation. In the tradition of alchemy, the sexual energy is symbolized by Mercury. All of life is born of the sexual waters, the power of creation. Harnessing the force of that electric energy implies a great responsibility. To indulge in the fruit of sexuality means to spill the sexual energy, to orgasm, to taste the divine energy that illuminates the soul in order to feel physical sensation. And so the energy used to maintain the physical and spiritual vitality of the individual is expelled through the orgasm. It is very important that the tremendous energy that gives mankind the ability to create be used efficiently, because it is connected to the same energetic force that sustains the individual's own vitality. At the time, humanity only knew goodness until eating the forbidden fruit and discovered animal desire, which always leads to suffering and pain. This is the Pandora's box of Greek mythology, which when open, releases the agents of evil into the world. Fear, pride, shame. Desire is craving, and craving is suffering. Desire always leads to suffering. This is the core message found in every great religion. The slave of desire is a slave of sin. Through the abandonment of desire, the deathless state is realized. Stripped of their connection to the divine, Adam and Eve, as symbols of humanity, were cast out of Eden to wander in a wilderness of suffering and ignorance. Eden exists within every soul that is united with God. Expelling the light of God from within expels the soul from Eden and creates a great emptiness. To replace the void created by this disconnection with God, mankind created civilizations, ideas, and religion, seeking material wealth, power, and sexual satisfaction. Desire for sensation became the new God and only served to further degenerate mankind until man was left with only a trace of the divine inside. Adam and Eve were cast out of Eden. However, the gateway back to Eden and the tree of life was never closed or locked. The entrance to the Garden of Eden is the same door through which Adam and Eve departed. The serpent itself is power. The individual decides through their actions whether it would be a power for good or evil. It is the difference between obeying the serpent or controlling it. The lesson contained in the story of the serpent is that only those with the strength of will to control the cravings of their mind can raise the energetic serpent to transform themselves from intellectual animals into true human beings. It is necessary to conquer the dragon that lies within, as religions and mystical traditions have told us for endless ages. The dragon is one's own lust, passion, anger, pride, fear, and envy. The great heroes and gods always have the serpent under their power, and it is the serpent that protects them and conquers their enemies. There is a serpent of Moses, who commanded its power and conquered the Egyptians, accomplishing great miracles. The Egyptians had degenerated into black magic, and Moses appeared to deliver the true teachings. The positive serpent protects, while the negative serpent must be dominated and conquered. Moses needed to free the people of Israel from Egypt. Egypt represents the degenerated mind of man, and the Pharaoh is the tyrant that jealously rules over this man-made civilization of material power and desire. Israel is a compound word. Is from Isis, the Egyptian divine mother. Ra is from Amun-Ra, the Divine Father, and El is in Hebrew for God. Moses was told to take the rod, the spinal column, the tree of life within his own body, and it became the serpent of the Kundalini. Only the positive serpent under the divine service of God can free the soul from suffering. This is clearly represented in Egyptian art. Sex is a natural function of the human being, but only sex as performed under the guidance of divine will. Sex is not only important for spiritual advancement, it is a necessity. It is through sexual energy that the vehicle of the human soul is born. This is self-evident in those who seek happiness in sex. As of any desire of the mind, sexual desire can never be satisfied. Desire is never satisfied by the enjoyment of lust, just as fire surely increases the more you give it fuel. The kingdom in Hebrew is called the Malkuth, the kingdom. This is the first sephirah on the tree of life. It is where the real work physically begins, as man and woman. Humanity left Eden as a couple, and as a couple they must return. A couple that must work together in order to reach perfection. Rather than feeding their own lust, they can restore their inner Eve, the fallen serpent, and from there they may then raise the serpent of the Kundalini. They can illuminate the tree of life, which exists in the human body, the spinal column, and they can create divine light within themselves and return to the direct knowledge of their inner garden.